From the depths of her womb, the stars were born. Voice of the ocean, thunder in the dawn. She carried the vision, she carried the flame, till they came with war and they changed the name. They silenced her story, burned her song, called it tradition, but it felt so wrong. 1,000 years of the witch's cry, but now she's rising with fire in her eye.
Mare once rang with the grandmother's word, now only echoes of what was heard. But the bones remember, the land still knows. The voice of the woman is the seed that grows. Her prophecy's truth, her love is might. She walks in darkness, she bursts the light. Not to be ruled, not to obey, but to lead the people back to the sacred way. Rise up, Tahuna, queen of the flame.
So welcome, Iti Whānau. Welcome to the Galactic Grandmothers of Mu and the Mu Magician Temple. So tonight we're going to be working with the beautiful frequency of the Tahuna, who's here to reclaim her crown. She's been missing it for 1,000 years, so it's high time. It's been a long, long time. But yeah, she's really ready to receive it in its fullness, to reclaim her true power, which was usurped, and by colonization and the distortion that's happened on the planet. But now we are restoring her so that we may finally speak truth and finally get the resurgence of her true power. So it's about time we remembered her story. It's been missing out of his story for a long time. So thank you all for showing up for yourselves, and on those watching the replay, for showing up in that forum. It's so beautiful to have you here on board. Haere mai, haere mai, haere mai. And tonight we're just going to do a quick cleansing ceremony. Just cleansing our fields above us, below us, before us, and behind us, within us, and without us. And just bringing in the karakia of the rongomarairoa, the peace karakia. He tipua huarahi, he tipua ate, he tipua no e. Rongomarairoa, e hua, e iu nui. He iu roa, he iu takitaki. Taku anō tū mai e, te toki e, haumi e, hui e, dai e. And now just inviting the beautiful sister Anha Aratanui to do the opening waiata.
Kia ora whānau. Just reading off my waiata sheet here. The Dr. Rangimarie Turuki Rose Perry. Peace, love, joy and truth to you and yours, indeed, all universes, all galaxies. Pohuna, Tipua, Rangimarie Turuki Rose Marie Rangi Perry. So she was a tuhona. So this waiata is peace to the universe. And those who know it can sing along with me because we haven't got our mics on, I don't think. Oh, yes, we have. Okay, here we go. Deep breath in, going into our heart space, our manawa, focusing on there. Ai-o ki te ao rangi. Ai-o ki te ao rangi. Aroha ki te aorangi. Aroha ki te aorangi. Kwa, kwa, kwa ki te aorangi. Kwa, kwa, kwa ki te aorangi. Ho'ono ki te aorangi. Ho'ono ki te aorangi. Aio ki te aorangi. Aio ki te aorangi. I'm going to sing it in an English verse. Peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace to the universe. Love to the universe. Love, love, love to the universe. Love, love, love to the universe. Joy, joy, joy to the universe. Joy, joy, joy to the universe. Truth to the universe. Truth, truth, truth to the universe. Truth, truth, truth to the universe. Peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace to the universe. So much aroha, so much Shakti, the divine feminine love, loving presence, aho, aminte.
Kia ora. Thank you, beautiful sister. So now we're just going to open the floor up for a little bit of sharing. That'd be great to hear how everyone's traveling and any breakthroughs, insights, what you've been up to lately. Be really nice to hear. So popping the toko right there in the middle. Kia ora. So yeah, I guess I will start with you, Anha, because I'm just going straight along the line there. So you're next.
Well, yeah, well, kia ora, everyone. I've had some significant life changes. This dress I've got on, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a diamond on it, white diamond. Can you see that?
You might have to stand up, hon. Oh yeah. Oh
Pew,
yeah.
pew, pew, pew. Okay. So I was gifted this dress and I kept pushing on the diamond all the time because I thought it was really groovy and we work with a diamond light body. And little beknown to me, there was a big spider living in the lining of the dress, and I'd actually probably invited it up and out, and it ran across my back and onto my shoulder. And it didn't bite me or anything. It was quite chilled out of me, but it was quite a freaky experience. So that was quite significant. And I think journeying with a twin flame has been quite significant. And really seeing yourself in another mirror. And then also last night I felt something really big shift on the planet, like a big upgrade. And I mean, we know it'll be all the plasma lights and the lining up of all the planets. But I felt like humongous defrag and really clearing out and watching where I'm spending my energies now. where they're running off, who I'm spending my time with, how I'm doing things, how I'm eating, all that kind of stuff, really looking at myself and seeing that we are the portal. We are the portals, and really, I guess, preparing our portal for our next supernova adventure. So, yeah, so I'll be doing some more journaling tonight. Looking forward to the activation to help me really catapult this next stage for me. So, ngā mihi.
Oh, kia ora.
Mm.
Thank you, sister. Beautiful to hear from you. Mahire Kari. Kia ora, sis.
Kia ora, everybody. Oh, big week. uh, Helen knows. I had to have some, I called Helen. Yeah, the yellow diamond. I had a big breakthrough with that. And that released, I brought that into ceremony with me on Mother's Day. I went to, we have in Cache National Forest, there's a very beautiful planetary alignment that's in right relation where all the planets actually sit. And it's a gateway there. And it's at the Pineview Reservoir. And in ceremony, I was given a torch. Like this toko floated around the water following me till my ceremony was done. And I was told to pick it up. And so I heard that I became a torch bearer, but that frequency is shifted to torchlight bearers. And it does carry the orange flame in the orange diamond frequencies, which now for the last 2 days since I talked to you, Helen, it's just nonstop orange flame. This is the flame that helps anchor in peace, especially through the angel's door. And so this orange diamond, orange flame, orange ray technology is what's coming back. And it's just been nonstop. I have like my next grid mission, which is to finish Antelope Island. And then like, I don't know, all sorts of just really different. I thought the diamond would come through, but it came through like holy basil, the medicine of holy basil first, which was very beautiful and very interesting. So like holy basil is working with me with this frequency. It's just download after download, you guys, to where it's like work is just brutal to be at work. Even though it's relaxed, it's almost like I'm just like not there. Like almost checked out and skywalking on that, and I try my best to integrate it at that time and just bring it through. And yeah, there's a lot to share, but personally, I've been looking at myself in the way that trying to reach out to community and people and start connecting more and having friends and people to share with and talk to, especially after the last experience, ones where we can be excited to share with each other again, and just really work together with that and be empowering of each other, to lift each other up and not pull the I card so much, but like, look what we're doing. Oh my gosh, yes, look what we're doing, together. And I know that's what I'm releasing at a very deep level. And so I was really grateful that when that moment struck, was so beautiful to share the downloads and what was coming through with the yellow diamond. And now the yellow diamond was what was holding the orange diamond. And so it's showing, like, each time I get into depth and I actually Can I share it with you? Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
The yellow,
Oh, wow.
it came out and it even showed like the stability nodes and where it was healing and how it was rotating. The body itself was like in a diamond shape where the hands were above the head and the feet were kind of together, laying flat on the bed. And it was like this very beautiful, relaxed position where the body could relax into the energies more versus like having to realize you're sitting up. You can't really fully, you're kind of in a position where, oh, I can relax into this and allow the psoas muscles and the hips to open, the spine, and try to relax into that more. And then that's when that had come through.
Mm.
So
Really
that was just,
multidimensional.
it was spinning and oh yeah, and then I was like it was mapping, and I knew I was working with like the panther had come in, and it has been, of course, working with you guys. It's going to come in, and the gold, there was a gold, the gold yellow energy as well, and I was getting taps, and when I'd tap, I'd feel like the energy bodies, but I was being shown by the Star Nation beings themselves, very interactive with them, in the dream time and in the physical, and they were showing me different points on the body to work with, and as they were tapping, I was mapping it. Sometimes I'll go into the nine senses and go and work with the smell. Can I smell something in my sphere? Can I hear anything? And I was just kind of expanding and playing with it that way and charting with that because I knew it was within the body and it's grounding in. So that's why it turned out dimensional, but yet it was just like very DNA like the same time. So I had a lot of fun with that, and Helen let me share that as well. And she had some beautiful, beautiful drawings as well. And I'm getting prepared to walk the map. We pretty much confirmed that with the downloads I've been getting. I'm getting ready to walk the map. It's I'm all up in that map. I gotta say that's the truth. That I'm all up in that map. And it's super fun. And thank you for that. And like I said, personally, it's just I've had so much with looking at myself and so much stillness that the emotions I'm starting to feel and expand on more are the love and the joy and the peace versus the darkness and the sorrow and the pain. I have been through it. And so I just, not to discount or see or support or acknowledge anybody else that is, there are moments where I realize that and I just appreciate you guys for sharing that. And also, as we're working together, gifting the space where I can expand in that aspect. And I'm so grateful for that. It brings a lot more enjoyment to a lot of this for me. So I really appreciate you.
Oh, beautiful.
I
That's
know I get tears.
yeah. We're doing it together, and it's so lovely to have your contributions. It's very special.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Bridget, love to hear from you, sis.
Hi guys, it's been a few weeks. We went to Hokitika and that was a nice big break. We had beautiful weather and did some eco sourcing, and our dog got really sick. so that wasn't fun for her. But it was nice to be back in Hokitika because it's got nice energy. And thank you, Lily, for setting all that up. That was pretty cool. And what else has been going on? I've been detoxing. I'm doing 3 protocols and then a couple of weeks off, and then I started all over again. So yesterday I just finished doing the liver sweep for the second time. And it's actually pretty interesting because I can see plasma now, and the light, I can see the light, I can see vibrations in the light, especially in the morning. And I've gotten up at dawn and done a couple of Agni Hotra ceremonies because we've got the little Agni Hotra copper upside down pyramid and the female cow poo. So I've been doing that. And like Mahi, I'm just feeling love, man. There's nothing negative really coming out of me. Maybe there is a little bit now and then coming through my field, but I'm not feeling much negativity about anything. I'm just kind of just feeling love. Like when I go out and let the chickens out and I sit in my vegetable garden and I just feel love for every little plant, every little piece of chicken poop, every chicken. It's just like it's coming in and just doing it, just doing it. Had a sauna this morning, which is helping to get the toxins out that I've been detoxing from. Like there was this time the liver flush was pretty interesting, just seeing what comes out, which I won't get too into it because you know where it comes out from, but just getting cleaner, really clean. And classic Bridget. And
Yeah.
and just like getting excited for the future because new information's coming out, new technology, the truth's coming out, and the knowledge is coming in, and we can feel it. And this is why we're all here and doing this because it's real. Yeah, love it. And I don't know, that's me really trucking along, feeding my chickens, keeping warm, and yeah, looking forward to Taupo.
Oh yeah.
Pete, is Peter going? Is Kohatu going?
Don't think I can make it, sorry, but I'll be there in heart and spirit.
Okay.
Don't think I can do it.
Righto. Lily's going. Ow. Yeah, can't wait to connect in person with all of you.
It's gonna be so good.
Anyway, that's me. I love you all.
Love you, sis. Beautiful. Kohatu.
Oh, I guess that's me.
Got to get used to that name, eh, bro?
I gotta get used to it. Well, there we go. Rock. Kohatu. I haven't got that much to update on. I totally am on board with what Bridget just said there. Like, I don't know, everything in my world is like kind of really nicely aligned. I'm just really going with the flow. Everything's just flowing and no dramas. That's just in a good place and good vibe, good frequency, truth vibration flowing across the planet. Like Bridget said, can definitely feel all that. I had a big week this week with my 3D job, and had my staff coming in from all over the country into where I am in Dunedin. And we had on yesterday, our last day with 3 days together. And our last day, we because everyone was flying out at different times, we booked a meeting room out at the airport at Dunedin Airport. So we're walking in there in the morning, just looked up at the name on our meeting room above the door, and we were in the Waitaha room. So I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. That made my day. I've been connecting with our sister Jilly, and she's had a really, really bad time, and so this is good to report back on. She bounced back big time. She's flying high again. So I've been connecting with her and helping her to move back into the swing of things, and she's really feeling the flow of things, and she's really back. So it's nice to report on that, and great to be reconnecting with her and helping her through that. That's kind of it from me. Although, like that post, Taroko, that you did today, that we were talking about with the I don't know, what you call it, the witch hunting, and with the rise of the divine feminine that's happening at the moment, and I'm sitting here the only Tane once again on this, and that's a recurring, that is a recurring theme. It seems to be there's not many Tane stepping forward, and it is a time of the divine feminine stepping up into their power and doing their thing, and it's an interesting thing to observe. And I don't know, so the Wahine have over time been pushed down, and all of that stuff done to them, and they're rising up with the divine feminine. That's absolutely happening at the moment. And I don't know if the Tane have also been really seriously messed up. The Tane these days, the Tane don't know what their role in life is. They've been really confused and I don't know, manipulated. So I don't know if that's part of it, but I'm happy to walk alongside Wahine in the rise of the divine feminine. What's the role of the Tane at the moment? I think to step forward when required with the Tane energy when required, and then also be happy to step back and just support the divine feminine energy that's pumping through, and just be there to support that, and be happy that's a really important role. That's the way I see it. But it's just an interesting thing that at the moment there's a lack of Tane stepping forward, but maybe that'll change. That's me.
Yeah, kia ora. Yeah, there's it has been marked the lack of Tane stepping forward. I think it is a time thing, but thank you for bringing that to our awareness and attention. I mean, it's hard not to notice. But yeah, I think that the time will come when the Tane that are supporting the grandmothers and the ones that are coming in to tautoko and to stand next to us will be setting the example of that as well. Because Tane need to have other Tane to lead. They don't want Wahine leading them necessarily. So, especially if they're, with all the programs and all the imprints that.
But that's the programming. That's the programming that puts them in that. That's why I was saying that they've been manipulated to be in that situation.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about last time in Temple, that I've put my notice on my kitchen wall of being a circuit breaker to deprogram, because it's a really important part of what we need to be doing at the moment. So the Tane out there that have been programmed, and I think that is part of the reason why they're not stepping. They've been programmed to think like that, and they need to be deprogrammed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to deprogram myself in different ways, but we've all been slaves to our programming. We want our freedom. We don't have to be freedom fighters and in the 3D world. Out in the macro world, we get our freedom by releasing the chains of our own being slaves to our own programming. We're enslaving ourselves through our program, and we can release ourselves from that by deprogramming ourselves and stepping into our power. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Thank you for being the circuit breaker. Yeah. That's so wonderful. Kia ora, brother.
Kia ora.
Helen, love to hear from you, sister.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, lots of different things going on, really. Lots of Black Panther magic, you know, in my field, which is interesting. And I did do a card reading this morning, and who should pop up in the very first card but our wee friend, the Black Panther. So that made me giggle a little bit. Yeah. So there's that side of it, and then I've had some big sort of closure, I guess, with, you know, I mean, most of you here know I've been going through some mother stuff, and yeah, I had a little bit of closure there, not really what I wanted to hear, but helped me understand who I was on a deeper level, which, you know, I'm grateful for. Yeah. So yeah, lots of really, and that's, you know, with that big Scorpio moon, and a lot of releasing once I was able to sort of work through that. Yeah. So that was pretty big. Yeah, being there for our sister, beautiful Mahire Kari. That was just beautiful to be able to witness her. And I've been connecting since going on our journey with my husband to look into his whakapapa. I've actually been connecting with his ancestors. It's crazy. Like, first in the cemetery with his great grandfather, and now with his, like, I don't even know how far, right back in his lineage, his Maori, I don't know, we should be great whatever grandmother, you know, like, so she's come in recently with a message for him. So I'm really, which is weird because I'm connecting with his ancestors as opposed to mine. So yeah, that's kind of interesting as well. And yeah, just working on some stuff with the Egyptian connection as well. I had a few downloads with that, but yeah, just really, yeah, diamonds everywhere, you know, like to see the big photo of the big diamond that's just gone up on the highway. It's hilarious, you know, like they're just everywhere, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. So yeah, I guess we'll just keep, yeah, downloading and connecting in, and yeah, see where that takes us. Still trying to sell my house. Yeah. 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 But I did a bit of releasing around that, Araya. Yay, yay, yay. So I'm hoping that that's, you know, now I've done all that's gonna move stuff. So yeah, we will see. But that's me. A lot going on. Yeah, it's lovely to see all your beautiful faces. Oh my God, I miss you all so much. Mwah.
Oh, kia ora, sister. Is that a big rose on your chest?
Of course it is.
It looks like you're blooming.
The funny thing is, you know, like that's another thing I've been noticing on my bed, like my blanket that's on my bed covered in roses, and clothing that I pull out covered in roses. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, you know, obviously this has just been going on for a while, but I've just, you know, just been totally oblivious to the meaning behind it until now. So yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, everything is coming up roses. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you are
lovely.
carrying the rose line.
Yeah. Yeah. and yeah, and that's sort of working out that connection and where that came from as well, you know. And oh, there's so many things to investigate. I just haven't got enough hours in the day, well, you know. Sometimes you just have to 3D it. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. But oh well, yeah, it's an unfolding, isn't it? You know, just like the flower. So yeah, yeah, very cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mwah. Love you.
Bless style. Love you. And oh wow. Let me just quickly see. Araya. Be great to hear from you, sister.
Hello, everybody. So wonderful to be here. I feel like the Cheshire Panther cat. I'm just beaming tonight, just feeling you all. And I've had the most amazing week. I've came down to Dunedin about 5 days ago for some work at quite short notice, but only a little bit of work. And I knew there was some mahi to do at the Indarama temple, and I've been going there every day. It's been absolutely stunning days, clear blue skies, beautiful and warm and balmy. And witnessing just and anchoring just such in the beauty way, just as I activated my pillar going in on the second day, calling in the aurora golden and dara energies. When I got round the point, there was these water sprites that were just moving in this way that I've never really witnessed there before. I've been there many times, and then as I was watching, there was all these rainbow flames coming off the top, and I knew it was well, it was part of the Indara Aurora energies that I'd called in that was just, they were showing themselves to me. I was just so in awe and absolutely just delighted. Didn't have my camera with me, so I couldn't capture it with my camera, which seems to be the thing lately. Yeah, so I've been going there every day, and I bought the tuatara egg, the water taniwha egg with me, and I've been working with that. Putting it in the waters and then in the ocean in the spring, and been to the spring a couple of times. I love the spring here. I'm just playing in the light down here. 3 days ago, I knew that I needed to make contact with my soul brother, Golden Giant, who I see very little of, but when I met him 8 years ago and he walked over my threshold, I didn't know until I saw him that I just grabbed him and said, I've been waiting all my life. You know, he's one of the Golden Giants. And he knew about the pyramids and the Eye of Ra. He's connected on this waka on the inner with me. And I don't know about this twin flame thing, because I just don't want to join that club necessarily. But we spent today together, and I'm still just blown away. We went to Mulraki, where the waka, came in from Te Moana Nui a Kiwa, and I gifted him a beautiful pounamu, and he just wanted to take me down to the ocean, and I knew the pounamu needed to go to the ocean. With all these black seals there waiting for us, and they were all up watching. They were on guard watching us, and so much happened. This crystal pyramid there that he's been anchoring, and I have too, at the Indarama temple, just activated and went huge. And he shared with me, well, we shared with each other, really. It was truly incredible. I'm still just blown away. And he's gorgeous, I have to say. He's absolutely gorgeous. These big, muscly, moldy guy with green eyes. That I've been coming to him. We've been making galactic love at night, and I'm just looking at me, and I'm just, I nearly ran away, because I just like, what? But I feel it too, and but I don't know that we're going to go there. But our pillars just came together. Well, they already were, but they've come together. It was, and I said to him, and he knew it was bigger than us. But one of the things he shared with me, I feel important to share here. Where the Indarama temple is, and I know I've shared it before, and there's a sphinx, and there's megaliths, and there's a basalt mountain, and there's the biggest sea cave, underwater sea cave system in the world. It's a truly incredible place. I often wonder why so many people don't know about it. I have taken people there, and we've done incredible ceremonies at times over the years, but it revealed itself to me over 10 years primarily, but I've been going there for 15. I do hold keys and codes for it, I know that. Along the way, it told me that it was known as the Valley of the Queens. Today, he shared with me that one of the Kaitahu men that's part of the Otakau Marae, which is where he lives also. He does, both of them kind of don't really want to join the cult. They're quite separate, which is, and there's another whole story with all of that, but I won't take up too much space with that now. But he said that the guy that he knows that they both shared, he said he'd been into some caves and he was working with the giant queen. She called him in. And yeah, I don't know much more, but everything in me just quickened when I heard it. I probably will get to meet this man who'd been in there. It's just so much is going on. Middle of the week, I don't know if you remember, I've shared before, I have a very special connection with the Moai here in the museum. And when I was here last time, I went in and I noted they'd taken his crown off, the red stone crown, which is, he very much is one of the Leonine, the solar guardians. And his name is Ahau, and I've connected with him many times. And I'm not the only one, but I am one of his guardians. When I was there last time, I was just like taken back. What have they done with his crown? I was, I need to go and find out. And the Artua stick that came from the Okea pyramids, I'd already connected with that. That wasn't there either. What's going on? I could feel the energy. I went to the counter and I asked what was going on, and the man said, Gerardo Regan will know about that. He wasn't there that day, but I got his card and I went back 2 days later. This was a little while ago. And he came down to meet me and we had a pretty interesting encounter. I'd come in to spin the energies and I needed him to know that I wasn't okay with what was going on. And we know that, they've had control of the narrative, but, this being that had been communicating with me and others really wants to go back to Rapa Nui. So just to come to what's happened this week, I knew when I went to the museum he wasn't going to be there. He's gone. They craned him out. And I nearly didn't want to go because my heart was hurting, but I always take him flowers and water. And I went to where he was, and even the entrance to the bit where all the Te Moana Nui a Kiwa, the Solomon Islands, all of the Marquise, all of that was shut down. The Atua stick from Okea Pyramid is gone and Ahau is missing. Where is he, the Moai man? So I went to the counter and asked, and the guy there was a beautiful young man with his heart wide open, said, oh yes, but he could feel me. So he said, yeah, I went in there after they shut him down. He was there and I went again and he was gone. And I said, well, where is he? Because I could feel his energy being really not happy about what they've done. He said he didn't know, and I didn't feel like he was in the building. But on the higher dimensional aspect of this, I all know it's part of the bigger picture where he will be taken back to Rapa Nui and put into position in the cosmic jigsaw. But I knew I had a part to play with assisting and spinning it back. And as I left the museum, they told me I had to go back and tell this young man about Raraku. And he just lit up, and he was just like, I need to get all this information, I need to send it to Ross, and Ross is in Australia, and I had met Ross, and I'd done karakia and worked with him with Hirani Redi when we went in there. As I left the museum, the ancients came through in the foyer, and I started sounding quite loudly, and all these mudras came through, and I left, and it all just feels like so much movement on the bigger picture. I can barely put it into words, and that's just part of the story, but it's there's so much movement on the inner, and there's so many gifts coming. After I went to the temple the other day, I went to the op shop, this beautiful golden Mother Mary appeared, and I also was gifted a beautiful little statue that had a copper waka with a cross on top. I gave that to Manuel today. I'm just in awe of and in gratitude and just, humbled for all that is playing out, and hearing from you all. I just, it's so amazing what's happening. And just, yeah, I love you all. And Peter, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm here for another couple of days. So maybe I don't know if I've even got your text, but I don't know if you're around, but it'd be really great to see you. I've got some time tomorrow and the next day.
I'm around.
Yeah. If you'd like to get together.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see you to catch up. I'm not sure how we organise that, but we don't take. Yeah, have you got? We
I
got.
can, I, yeah, I'll ping you. I'll ping you a note.
Sounds awesome. And I loved my time with Bridget and Rye and our meeting we had with with the council while I was there too. And it's all just so awesome, and I'm buzzing. And thank you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sister. What an amazing kōrero. And yeah, interesting to know what happened to that figurine, what's
Yeah.
going on there.
Well, more to come, but
Yeah.
it definitely feels like connected with the whole bigger picture. And knowing that I'm coming up to Taupo too, that's definitely there in the field. I can't quite name it, but yeah, it's all part of it. Yeah. And so much is going to happen so fast between now and then. Yeah, for all of us. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And witnessing you at the temple with all the sisters coming in to support you, truly beautiful, honoring, and and you've been in my heart, even though I haven't made very much contact at all. Feeling you there, so brave and courageous, and just it's such a beautiful, just seeing the photos of the sisters with you, and they've been with you. Are they still there?
No,
Left.
they've all left now, and I'm here by myself,
Yeah.
which actually feels really good, to be
Yeah.
honest. I'm really enjoying my own time. But yeah, it was really lovely having them here too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
And being
special.
held in that space. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I ask you, have you sold your place? Is it moved?
No. I mean, we're just preparing it to sell, really.
Yeah.
So, but we've had some interest, and
Yeah.
yeah, we shall see. We shall see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
I felt like maybe it had, but because you're just moving so fast too, that maybe it just all fallen into place.
Well,
And
hopefully it has fallen into place, and there'll be a movement soon.
so and Lee's not here yet. Lee's coming, but he's not here yet.
Yeah, Lee will be coming closer to the time when we're gathering. So, yeah.
And so, is there any more information around that? Because I have got a couple of people that are interested, and I'm not
I will
sure.
send you an email, actually, because thank you for letting me know that, because yeah, we had talked about it, and yeah, I'll send you all the details, because yeah, you need to have those.
Yes, because I had looked at flights. I'd looked at potential of renting a car. I haven't sort of nailed anything yet, but I tend to be at my best winging it right to the edge. But I was wanting to let others know, and and I
Yeah.
know that I want to come up for about a week. So yeah,
That's
and
a
that others. And I haven't spoken to Bridget, but yeah, okay. So yeah, and I'd like
that's a
to let
good
others.
amount of time, because we're going to do ceremony after the retreat as well.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's a big one coming for Proto Pounamu.
yes, that was on the Monday afterwards, but I'm aware that that could change. So I thought give some more time.
Yeah. Okay, I'll send you one too, Bridget. Yeah, thanks for that. Kia ora.
Liz, I've just sent you a note on Messenger
Right.
to catch up in Dunedin.
Yeah, thank you. Mwah. Okay.
Beautiful, sister. Maureen, Auntie Maureen. Welcome, sister. I did mute you earlier. There we go.
There, okay. Well, kia ora, everyone. Lovely to see you all. I'm just thinking, gosh, so much happens, doesn't it, in such a short space of time. I'm trying to be sequential and what I'm going to share, but it started off 2 weekends ago when I joined in Taupo with Anaha and Te Kura, and we went to a Saha Yoga meditation retreat, and that was wonderful. It was lovely reconnecting with everyone and the people that we see online on a Wednesday evening, and as opposed to meeting them in the flesh. So I enjoyed that. Then last weekend, I'm part of a group called Atareda, which is a support group for those who have loved ones who have mental health issues, and they're primarily the caregivers. So I had organised that all of them, if they wanted it, could get massages, like head, because we weren't sure, but I think 35 attended, and so that they could get that. And then I also organised for our family of light givers to give them all a full session of light. So it was very cathartic for all of them. You could see all the trapped emotions that they hold on to, that they could just their situations wouldn't have changed in their absence, but that they might be renewed and be able to go forth and deal with whatever they. And no two stories are the same, but you've got the scourge of myths, you've got those who have loved ones who are bipolar, others having psychotic episodes in and out of psychiatric institutions. I mean, you name it. And yeah, you've got also abuse going on. There was just so much, but it was wonderful to be part of something that was curative and healing for them. And so, and then, of course, I felt it was like a gift for the woman there too, because it was Mother's Day the following day. And then on Monday, I flew to Auckland and then did a road trip. I just got back today and did a road trip with my friends, Karen Farley and Heather Stembridge, and we do lots of activations and things around the Motu and so on. And so, we were on a mission that would unfold as we went along, but Anahart has met both of the ladies that I'm talking about. Anyway, so our first port of call was to go to the Cody Walk and greet Tane Mahuta and, and just to acknowledge him and his wonderful brothers and sisters and this wonderful, I mean, what a service when you think just to be standing there. It's just such a pose, isn't it? And I think we didn't really want to leave, actually. We were the last to leave. They were closing the gates, and I don't think they wanted us to leave either, because just we were about to leave on the road, a tree came down and the whole road was blocked. We just had to stay there. It was all good. It was lovely. We weren't complaining at all. And then we proceeded to Opanoni and stayed there for 2 nights, and that's a very spiritual place, and it's a lot of time walking along the beach there, early morning usually, and I felt like the waters were calling me all the time, the tide coming in. It just seemed to be dancing and rippling, and I've never experienced that before. I don't know, it was the curve of the bay, or I'm not sure, but it seemed something pretty special anyway. And on the second day, we drove to Waitangi to spend a whole, quite significant amount of time there. And really, tuning in, it just seems like it's numb there. It doesn't feel like there's anything other than that. There's a numbness to the place. I mean, I've been there early dawn services with dignitaries and things in the past, and we ended up in the upper meeting house again, because it was a small porphyry and for guests and visitors, but it was a different essence really. And then we were heading to Tutakaka on that side, going down the other side of the island, and rendezvousing with a friend of mine, Dora, who lives locally, and she's building on her whenua, and caught up with her, and she was just saying there's 5G towers in the area, and the local dolphins and the whales and things are being affected by it, and scientists are saying, oh, it's just some brain disease or something, and they're doing this rescuing thing. And she was in the process, I think, the following day of getting more back to them to be interred, where they should belong. They'd been either and everywhere. So that this was just all going on around me, really. But dragons were everywhere. If you looked in the sky, you could see it was really it was pretty obvious that, we were being accompanied wherever we went. Sorry, I was just making notes because I sort of we went to Rainbow Waterfalls. I don't know if you've been there in Kirikiri. And when you go down, I thought this reminds me of the Kaimanawa Wall. That's the structures on this to the side of it. And I thought, oh, it's a bit like Waikari Moana too. It was just is shades of that. And if you get that at the right time, you can see a rainbow being displayed through the falls, but we couldn't quite get that perception of it while we were there. But it was just, I couldn't get over, it was the precision. It wasn't just basalt rock, randomly here. It was these massive walls. That was how we had to walk down to the base of the falls. And then today, oh yeah, and my friend, should be interested to know, Bridget, they were doing detoxes. So I know exactly what you mean about, they had all the, they should have had a chef to prepare all their food. It was, smoothies for this and something for that, and carrying jars of this and that, and juicing and cold water. It just seemed to go on and on and on the whole time. But yes, no, the evacuation was really acute for them. Yeah. But they were feeling very satisfied about that. And oh yeah, and this morning, my friend Heather said, "Well, we're all getting up at 5:30, and we're doing connecting internationally with David Essex, and we did this massive meditation, and it was about the violet flame. That it was that, and there were people connecting all around the world with that, and I'm still trying to process a lot of that really, and I'd like to watch it again. So I sort of thought, a lot's sort of happened in a relatively short space of time. I'm just trying to process it really, and now of course I'm back, and tomorrow I go to the Sukio Mahakari Centre, and we're preparing for our ceremony, monthly Thanksgiving ceremony, which will be on Sunday. And that's always, honouring the Creator God and all of that. So yeah, my cup runneth over really. So don't know, I rambled a bit, but I was just trying to think some of the highlights. It was just, all good things have to come to an end, I know, but like you all, I'm looking forward to our next our trip to Taupo. I do have one in between. I've got to go to Ohokuni because a friend is searching all her whakapapa, and she knows her late daddy's pito is buried there in the whenua and Ohokuni. So we're getting, some of my dear friends, the older sister that will go to the pono and do a few things. And yeah, you might remember her. She used to be part of this group, Joanne Robinson. Yeah, so, and she's at the Rokawa Wananga doing full-time studies, and totally averse to Māori the whole time too, but she's exploring rather than her Ngāpuhi side, what she's more familiar with. She's looking at her Ngātahu side, so she's on this big journey. But she was the one that did all these massages for me, and she's one of those intuitives that can feel and release, and was really transformative. So yeah, so that's enough from me.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for
Mm.
sharing, sister. Wow, you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Exciting life. Yeah, never a dull moment.
Could I just ask the title when you talk, it's the Huna, when you're talking about the male and the twin flames, what is it, that description, please? You told me and I've just forgotten it because I've met a couple along the way, friends who have these men in their lives. So Huna Wahine, is that what you called them? Lee, you said was
Tahuna. There's
Tahuna.
Tahuna,
Yeah, I
and
don't know if
then
it's
there's the
just the,
Tohunga.
yeah. So it's the Tahuna, and that's,
Female, yeah,
yeah, yes,
female
yes, yes,
hunas.
yes, yeah.
And then there's the tohunga, who's
Full,
the
yeah,
male
yeah,
huna.
yeah. Which is that was that when I was referencing, yeah. Because this friend of mine, that Dora, that she's doing all this work up there in Te Tai Tokara, she has her lovely Tane that's there, and I think, doing just that. She's the power, but it's just nice to see the balance. You meet these lovely Tane who are perfectly in tune with both their feminine side and their masculine side. They can be with the guys and related, but they also can be at ease and comfortable with women and be so supportive. And yeah,
Mm.
wonderful to see. these wonderful tane stepping up.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's time. It's
Yeah.
really time.
And often you see it's women who've been on their own a lot too. It's not that they're not actively seeking a partner. That's what I think is so magical about it. But just like the universe is aligned with them, and that, it's nice to have that balance in your life, I think, isn't it?
They're all coming in now. It's
Mm.
payday. It's like the ending of the cycle of the karmic releasing and the thing ending suddenly and abruptly, and then the new cycle of the Dharma is coming in, which is what I have personally sensed, and that's what Spirit's actually shown me as well, is it's the Dharma that's coming in now, the next cycle. Very powerful. Yeah. Thank you. Kia ora. So now we have Linda Lovelight. Kia ora, sister.
Hi, can you hear me okay? If I've
Yeah.
got yeah, okay. Yeah, just keep it short and sweet. I met the group in Brisbane when we did the map in Brisbane. I'm now in far north Queensland, a place called Coranda near to Cairns. So I've only just moved here in the last week, and my lifestyle has completely changed because I'm looking after two big rescue dogs and five birds, three parrots, no, six birds, three parrots and three lorikeets. So it's like a full-time job looking after them and feeding them and getting to know what they like and what they don't like. And then I'm trying to do my, as people say, 3D job in between as well. So working online. So it does feel flowing and I just as I said, like connecting with this global pet parents community while I wait for the temples to be built or wait for myself to be prepared to start building temples. So yeah, feeling really good and feeling surrounded by rainforest and beautiful nature and very quiet and peaceful, very quiet and peaceful place. So you're all welcome to visit anytime.
Aww. Thank you. Looks like you're in the rainforest now, but we know it's back screen.
Yeah, that's what it looks like outside surrounding just beautiful, beautiful rainforest everywhere.
Beautiful surroundings, and so
Yeah.
great to have all these pets, all these animals around you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kia ora, sister.
Kia
Beautiful.
ora.
So I guess that's sharing from everybody now. And so myself, I've had a beautiful week, actually. I've had a lot of support. People just randomly turning up to the temple. It's actually been so humbling, and I've been blown away at how many people have just turned up with gifts, with wanting to help, with stepping forward, and gratitude around all the activations they've received over the years here on the whenua. The whenua has been very powerful and life transforming for a lot of people. And I hadn't realized just how deeply that penetrated until now. And people are showing up to declare that, oh wow, that land's really helped me, and it's really shifted me. So very, very grateful for that. And so, yeah, I even had someone come and cook for me for a week because, they wanted to make sure that I was eating properly, and they're great cooks. So they were chef as well. So they were cooking me all these fancy meals and like lots of food. I've never eaten so much, I don't think, for a long time. So I've been feeding up, been well looked after on that level too. And yeah, more kind of deepening with myself and looking after myself in another way. And even like now, cooking for myself and nurturing my body, and yeah, taking care of myself in a deeper way than I've ever taken care of myself before, it feels. Yeah, so getting to know myself, lots of revelations too around being on my own and what that actually means. So going through lots of different phases of my own evolution in the stillness, in the space of grace that I've never had, for many, many years, for the last 23 years, being in a relationship and having that shift. It feels amazing. And actually even shifting that relationship and seeing how that is, like having big long corridors with the man that I once was married to, and supporting him to find his equilibrium and his way through this quagmire, because he's quite upset about it all, but it's finding ways to support him as well. And that was my promise to him as part of this sacred uncoupling. It's not to just dump him and go, that's it, we're over. Well, it wasn't entirely my choice, it was his too. And so, yeah, that feels really beautiful that we're able to support each other in this new way and still maintain friendship and connection and have these big, meaningful, deep conversations about why things have happened the way that they have, and looking at all the patterns and the programs that created that in the first place. So that's been really potent. Yeah, and so what else? It's like, oh well, recognizing that I need to step out of the illusion of what's coming and be really clear with the precision of what I'm seeing as the seer, like really tuning into that and not romanticizing around anything, but just being really clear and precise and direct with the vision of what's coming next, with the future, but also being in the now, being in the infinite fractal. So it's actually quite a balance right there, just even navigating that piece, because I know how important the infinite fractal is. And that's what keeps the magic flowing. And this is the river as well. It keeps it all just very, very buoyant. There's a buoyancy with that. And going through phases of deep exhaustion, like I'm really being affected by all these solar flares right now. I was in town the other day and I had to lie in my seat in the car because it was just, they were blasting me hardcore. And then I came home and I slept for I was doing Sahaja yoga and I fell asleep during the Sahaja yoga and I couldn't wake myself up, but then I was up early hours of the morning. So my sleeping patterns are still a little bit all over the place, to be honest. And, navigating those waves of energy that are coming in. Because yeah, there's all of that going on a planetary level, but then there's the emotional and the other stuff that's going on the relational level. So it's happening on multiple dimensions. And also the ascension stuff, the transcendence that's taking place is next level. But I'm just very lucky that I've now got time that I can dedicate just solely to me. And I'm being kind of like jealously guarding that as well, because it feels really good just to have nobody else to think about, worry about, consider, except for the animals, like I'm spending a lot more time with the cats, with the pantheras, like actually communicating with the cat energy. And even Xena, we've got a totally different level of relating now. I know her language more, and like, yeah, we're just building an incredible connection. And then last night I had this amazing Dreamtime experience about the role and responsibility of what's coming next with First Light. It's like First Light connecting to the Australian plate as well, like the Australian connection and the rock of Australia. I got that it's, the red rock and the First Light, the merging of the two. And Auntie Babajini having like this deep connection with her, connecting also to the Seven Sisters, the Pleiades, and working with the galactics of the Pleiadians. So that came through as a massive awakener last night, just in my dream time, and seeing the ship turn up and us actually ascending on the ship while, after the alignment takes place. It's like there's some big things going on right there with the Origines. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my present situation. I'm just taking one breath at a time, just being really present to what needs to unfold in the now moment. And yeah, managing my energy levels right now, because sometimes I'm full of energy and I'm really high vibe, and then the next minute I'm just so exhausted. I just feel like I need to sleep for a week. So yeah, I've got a bit of that kind of going on at the moment. So now we're going to do a little bit of a transmission from this beautiful spirit of the Tahuna that's come in, and she came in for the witches' honouring for this 1,000-year reign that's happened. So, we are releasing all of that blame, shame, pain that she's had to endure for the last 1,000 years. And even recently, we just had a big psyop just recently where there's still that sort of shit going on. There's still people projecting their stuff that are still being influenced by colonization and the judgment around people with power, people with magic in them. So yeah, it's reclaiming that back, reclaiming her crown, reclaiming her full capacity as the seer, as the prophetess, as the water carrier, as the birther of life, as the bringer of the galactic consciousness through the primordial womb that connects to everything. So yeah, this is her time now. This is her time to shine. It feels really good that that's shifted. But also, yeah, there's a transmission that I received today for the Tahuna about her reclaiming her crown. There's also a song that came through So there's a lot of things that actually landed in the field at 5:22 this morning. That's when I kind of like went ping, oh, it's time. And so I've been working on it ever since. Anyway, let me just share. So this is also reclaiming the crown through Kopu. So Kopu is the womb, but it is also Venus. Now, Venus is the twin flame of Papatuanuku. And so her reconnection with her twin flame, who is just so happens to be another feminine planet, overlays over the top. And the potency of that remembrance of her in her most elevated, enlightened state gives her a whole lot more mana, a whole lot more capacity. And this is what I feel is happening. So it's not only happening in the ethers, in the etheric realm, and in the words that we're sharing, and the actuality of what now is presenting to us with the changing of heart, with the tohungas, but it's happening on every level. And that's what we're going to be experiencing tonight. So I am looking forward to our journeying tonight because it feels really potent. In the meantime, this is the transmission received from her, from the spirit of the Tahuna. In the sacred moment of reckoning and rebirth, the Tahuna rises, not as a new flame, but as the eternal ember that was never extinguished, only hidden. She calls now not only to the women who carry the sacred bloodlines, but to the collective soul of the people. He wā moi te whakatawhiwhi I te kārauna o Papatuanuku. The earth is not waiting for permission. She is already crowned through Kopu, the cosmic womb, the celestial gateway to Venus. It is through the luminous code of Kopu that the path is lit for the return of the sacred feminine and her sovereignty. The Tahuna, as the vessel of this great transmission, does not demand power. She remembers it. She holds it in her bones, in her flow, in her karanga. And now she transmits. This is the hour of restoration. The blood that was once shed in silence is now offered in ritual. The voice that was silenced is now thunder in the bones of the people. The tides have turned. The portals are open. Through the menstrual codes, the dreams, the vibrations of the water, and the calling of the stars, the Tahuna becomes the living whakapapa, the sacred line through which the divine speaks again. She is not only the earth listener, she is the earth reborn. And through her, the divine law returns. The law of aroha, of reciprocity, of ancestral order. No longer will the sacred be spoken by men alone. No longer will the ritual be void of her womb. Her breath carries karakia that awakens the stones. Her sweat plants seeds into the future. Her very presence reweaves the modi of the land. As she rises, the marae transforms, not by force, but by frequency. The vibration of the feminine divine now enters unchallenged, rippling through the whenua, cleansing the old trauma and igniting the great remembering. The Tahuna does not rise alone. She calls forth all who carry memory in their marrow, all who walk the line between worlds. The grandmothers stir, the stars realign, and the tides pulse with prophecy. The time of forgetting is over. Now is the time to anoint the crown of Papa Tuanuku. Not only with gold, but with moon blood, tears and song. Now is the time to restore the earth's throne through the embodied knowing of the sacred witch. The wise woman whose mana cannot be stolen, only hidden. Through kopu, she reclaims the cosmic dance, and all who align with the return of truth. Kua ara anō te mana wahine. The portal is open. The crown is remembered. The people are being reborn. Yeah, that's her message for us today.
They silenced her story, burned her song, called it tradition, but it felt so wrong. 1,000 years of the witch's cry, but now she's rising with fire in her eye.
Mare once rang with the grandmother's word, now only echoes of what was heard. But the bones remember, the land still knows. The voice of the woman is the seed that grows. Her prophecy's true, her love is light. She walks in darkness, she bursts the light. Not to be ruled, not to obey, but to lead the people back to the sacred way. Rise up, Tahuna, queen of the flame, my seer of the skies, calling back her name. Power of love over love of power. Now is the time. This is the hour. We remember you now. Love of the world.
He was meant to guard, to chant the stars, not to build thrones and wear false scars. The Tohunga strength, when it serves the birth, protects the dreamers who walk this earth. He is the circle, she is the flame. Together they rise, together reclaim, not above, not below, but soul to soul, two parts of the one, making the whole.
False manna falls like ash in the rain. The truth breaks chains, the soul breaks pain. The Tahuna returns with her sacred sight, turning curse to blessing, dark to light. They tried to erase her, couldn't destroy the one who births both grief and joy. She dances now in full command, with the earth and stars in her hand.
No more silence, no more fear. Her voice is the drum we need to hear. No more shame, No more lies, the womb of the world is where truth lies.
Tahuna, queen of the flame, last seer of the skies, calling back her name. My power of love over love of power. Now is the time, since the hour. Ooh, we remember you now, all of the world. Take your crown.
Yeah.
Ooh, we honor you now. All the cosmos, wear your crown.
I've listened to that song quite a bit today. Played over and over and over again and danced a few times to it. So I've really enjoyed that. So fun, no. We are now going to be doing a little journey, a little astral journey. So just inviting you all to be fully present in the here and the now, and just getting yourself into a nice comfortable position, one that you can be in for a little bit while we go through a deepening process, an astral journey for the return of the Tahuna. Taking some deep conscious breaths, holding and slowly gently releasing. And again, hold and release. One last time. And letting go. Imagining now a single drop of golden water forming above your crown, glistening, shimmering, and alive. This is Korpu, Venus, the morning star. She pulses with the codes of love, fertility, and sacred remembrance. And here she is above you, slowly, gently dropping her codes into you. She begins to drip slowly down your spine, awakening each vertebrae with living liquid light of gold. Just feeling her currency, her frequency dropping down, all the way down, all through your 33 vertebrae, all the way down to your base, all the way down to your womb, your spirit womb. Here, guided into her sacred well, into the primordial waters of her, and the merging of the sacred primordial waters of Papatuanuku, the earth that lives within you. And as you follow her light, and her waters, you descend deeper and deeper, now past the womb, down into the roots, down into the trees, the deep roots of the trees, through the layers of soil, of stone, into the great underground ocean. This is not the water as we know it. It is the first water, the birthing waters of creation itself. The womb of the world. Feel yourself swimming in these beautiful currents, the first waters. So beautiful. Feel yourself floating in this ancient ocean, cradled in the arms of Papatuanuku. Feeling her midi you with her sacred touch. Feel her pulse all around you. Her waters are warm, glowing, and rhythmic. Like the heartbeat of a mother to her unborn child. Breathe her in as she breathes you in. And remember each other. These waters that were once free were long held in captivity. You see now the great dams built by the old powers, by those who feared the feminine power. The dams built in silence, in shame, in war and doctrine. Waters of innocence, of emotion, of intuitive knowing. Yet now through your presence, through your remembering, the locks begin to rust, the stone begins to crack. You are not alone. You are here with all of the ancestors, with all of the wise women, the Tahunas, the water bearers and the earth dreamers of old. All of you hum a deep waiata, a song of ancient remembering. E tu ahine mana, e tu na tuatahi tahuna, wairua tapu. With your breath, you become the key. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, the sacred waters return. The waters turn from those that have been captured to the free sea. See the galactic river reappear. And the beautiful waters rushing through the land. Spiraling upwards into every dimension. Moistening every dry womb, every silenced throat. And quenching the parched lips of every forgotten child. The earth sighs in relief, no longer held hostage. You rise now, carried by these living waters, spiraling through the new vortex of light. Into the depths of the free sea and lifting upwards towards the stars. Bringing buoyancy and levity back to the field of living light. As you ascend, you see a luminous crown floating above the great altar of earth, weaving the new dimensions. woven by the spirit of nature. As a ring of celestial fire. As you witness Venus crowning the earth once again with her rightful regalia. Venus and Earth twin flames return as the sacred alignment of the feminine spirit. Reunited, fully returned to the innocence, to the full, pure nature of who they be. The crown now descends and is placed on both your head and on your spirit womb. The true altar of creation. This is where you originally first crowned, and now it is pulsing with starlight. See and sense the intoxicating fragrance of rose and lotus. Brimming with ancestral power. Brimming with the consciousness of the Magdalas, the Hathors, Isis, and Mary. Here, you are crowned in gold, in Modi, in love, and in life force. You are the living vessel, the living temple, and the returning tide of the free sea. the waters speak through you. Venus and Earth crowned anew with you. The feminine is now fully restored. The wahine rises in the center point of creation. And you, beloved one, are the vessel through which she reclaims her place. Feel your body now grounding back into the present moment. Wriggling your fingers and toes. Breathing deeply. And slowly, gently opening your eyes. The crown has been returned. The child is set free. And the womb is fully illuminated. Aroha mai, aroha atu, aroha nui. The great remembering has begun with great love. Akadua tu urbiu via ashefu dudu nur an neteru. Montanas cortas chectal, Orianas oto simpara odal. Amon holora sibok holoton. Ranuts sunu harti tuter uak pepra hin otuhor. O exalted spirit, you are the one who rises among the gods, shining with the powerful radiance of gold, summoning the seven lords of light to awaken the celestial fire. Great star beings, ignite the eternal flame. The sacred gateway opens. The radiance of the divine light shines forth. It's been a pleasure. We do have an art theme, which is the return of the Tahuna. So whoever feels to do some artwork, whether it be drawing or digital art, please do so. It'll be lovely to see your work. In the meantime, does anybody have any final words before we get ready to close? Okay. It is 9:08, so good timing. Thank you, everybody, for your participation tonight. It's been a real Oh, Anha.
Oh, yes, I did decide that I'd like to just really acknowledge this sacred moment. It's been a long time for the Divine Mother to be fully recognized and the Shakti energy to be fully established on the planet. And I'm so grateful. I just really felt the Venus, goddess Venus to my left, and Papatunuku on my right, forming the three pillars. And yeah, just saw all the beautiful diamonds, the coloured diamonds, activating all through my field. And I'm just so happy to also acknowledge that my womb has been crowned. I think that was a sacred piece actually tonight. So ngā mihi, rōkora, and to everybody. Ko Marie.
Kia ora, sister. Beautiful, beautiful acknowledgement. And yes, this is a significant moment. And I want everybody to know this. This has been huge, what we've done tonight, because it takes 3 or more to really imprint the field with a new consciousness. And this is what's happened tonight with our work that we've done together. So, yeah, this is internal grid work. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. So just closing with a little karakia. Kia tau, kia tātou kātou, me atawhai o tō tātou, arikia ihu karaiti, me te aroha o te atua, me te pewhinga tahitanga, i te wairua tapu. Ake, ake, ake. Amen. Sorry, did you want to say something, Mahire Kari?
I was just going to ask if I could send you a quick message after this.
Sure.
This alignment. Please.
Yes, definitely. Please do.
Thank you.
Okay, well, pōmari everyone. Have a wonderful rest tonight, and yeah, look forward to seeing you in the dream time, and certainly over the next week. Yeah, be great to feel your presence in the field, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Everyone's going great guns. And it's so lovely to have a community like this where we can come together and, yeah, really tune in to what's, the big stuff that's going on. So thank you, whānau. Blessings to you all. I have a very noisy cat right here. My little panther boy. Okay, pōmari, yeah. So much love to you all. Mwah.
From the depths of her womb, the stars were born. Voice of the ocean, thunder in the dawn. She carried the vision, she carried the flame, till they came with war and they changed the name. They silenced her story, burned her song, called it tradition, but it felt so wrong. 1,000 years of the witch's cry, but now she's rising with fire in her eye.
Mare once rang with the grandmother's word, now only echoes of what was heard. But the bones remember, the land still knows. The voice of the woman is the seed that grows. Her prophecy's truth, her love is mine. She walks in darkness, she bursts the light. Not to be ruled, not to obey, but to lead the people back to the sacred way. Rise up, Tahuna, queen of the flame, vizier of the skies, calling back her name. My power of love over love of power. Now is the time, this is the hour. Ooh, we remember you now, one of the world. Take your crown.
He was meant to guard, to chant the stars, not to build thrones and wear false scars. The Tahunga strength when it serves the birth, protects the dreamers who walk this earth. He is the circle, she is the flame. Together they rise, together reclaim. Not above, not below, but soul to soul. Two parts of the one, making the whole.
False manna falls like ash in the rain. The truth breaks chains, the soul breaks pain. The Tahuna returns with her sacred sight, turning curse to blessing, the dark to light. They tried to erase her, couldn't destroy the one who births both grief and joy. She dances now in full command, with the earth and stars in her hand.
No more silence, no more fear. Her voice is the drum we need to hear. No more shame, no more lies. The womb of the world is where truth
Rise
lies.
up, Tahuna, queen of the flame, brassier of the skies, calling back her name. My power of love over love of power. Now is the time, this is the hour.